Have you ever woken up in June and seen snow on the ground? Imagine this. You step outside, ready for a warm summer morning, but your fields are white with frost. Corn seedlings lie flat and blackened, chickens huddle together, shivering in the cold. This isn't the ice age, this is supposed to be summer. Yet in 1816, across parts of Europe and North America, that's exactly what people saw, and no one could explain why. As spring turned to summer, the world slipped into something wrong. In New England, people watched snow falling in June. Frost hit again in July. Farmers planted their fields once, twice, 3 times, only to see their crops die every time. Across the Atlantic, Europe shivered under cold grey skies. Relentless rain ruined harvests. Grain prices soared. In some towns, hungry crowds smashed bakery windows, desperate for bread. And above it all, there was the sun. People wrote about a strange, dry fog in the sky. The air looked hazy even on clear days. The sun glowed a dull, reddish disk. You could stare at it without hurting your eyes. Some said the sun was sick. Others whispered that the world was ending. No one realized that the true cause was thousands of kilometers away. History was already fragile. Europe was still recovering from years of war. Armies had marched, empires had fallen, and now, just when people hoped for peace and normal life, the weather itself turned against them. In villages and cities, harvests failed. Cattle were slaughtered because there was nothing left to feed them. Parents skipped meals so their children could eat. Across the ocean, in the young United States, families huddled around fireplaces in July. Diaries tell of people wearing winter coats indoors, watching ice form on the water pails. In the middle of what should have been summer, some farmers decided their land was cursed. They packed their belongings, left their frozen fields behind, and moved west in search of a place where the seasons still obeyed the calendar. But here is the strangest part. While all of this was happening, the snow in June, the hunger, the migrations, the real culprit was a mountain many of them had never heard of, in a part of the world they would never see. The answer did not lie in the fields or in the clouds above Europe and America. It lay on a remote island in Indonesia on a mountain called Tambora. In April of 1815, Mount Tambora exploded in one of the most powerful volcanic eruptions in recorded history. The eruption was so loud, sailors hundreds of kilometers away thought they were hearing cannon fire. Ash and rock shot high into the sky. Villages nearby were buried. Tens of thousands of people died within days. But Tambora was not finished. Fine ash and sulfur from the eruption rose into the upper atmosphere, far above the clouds. There, high winds spread that material around the globe, forming a thin, invisible veil that wrapped the planet. That veil reflected some of the sun's light back into space. Less sunlight reached the ground. Temperatures dropped. The world had entered a kind of volcanic winter. The people of 1816 didn't know its name yet, but we do. The year without a summer. One hidden mountain, one eruption on a distant island, and suddenly summers vanish, crops fail, prices rise, families move, and history quietly bends in a new direction. Most of the people living through 1816 never knew the name Tambora. They only knew the cold and the hunger. But their lives were being shaped by forces far beyond their horizon. It makes you wonder, right now, as you listen to this, what distant events, what eruptions, decisions, or disasters are silently shaping your future without you even realizing it. This was the astonishing story of the year the summer disappeared. If you enjoyed this true historical mystery with a hidden scientific twist, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Astounding Anecdotes, where the strangest stories turn out to be real.